There we go. Sorry about that. I don't know if you heard me, but yeah. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh, there we go. Sorry. But yeah, my internet crashed on my phone, which is what I usually use, and so I'm going to try to use the computer. But every time I do, it tends to take me down. So I don't know how well this is going to work out. And sorry to hear that another person had to cancel too. Yeah, I know we've been having storms. So, and I don't know where the camera is. I think it's up there on this computer. So, welcome to what's supposed to be a late night live stream from 1 in the morning to 3 in the morning. Let's hope it actually stays that way. If it doesn't, I apologize. I do. It was working. Like my phone was literally working 8 minutes or so before I decided to try to stream, and then it decided it was going to crash everything. It's not the first time it did it. So, how are you guys? For an intro, my name is Catherine Faye, and I write everything dark at all ages, from horror to paranormal romance. I like to do more psychological. Then I do gore, but gore's there. And I'm doing these streams because there's not too many late night streams. So I do a few word wars, normally end at 3 unless somebody can convince me otherwise. So how are you guys? And I hope you guys are doing pretty good with your Nanowrimo if you're participating. And I like to call it the late night owl stream. So I'll show you my owl mug because I think that's appropriate. Thank you, Devin. Yeah, I was actually showing. Where is it? I was showing the hubby the original proof copy of that book. Let's see. Even says proof. But yeah, this thing is actually about twice as big as what the book really is. They had some wonky formatting issues that I changed into the other book, so it's actually smaller. All right, well, so far, so good, knock on wood. Let's see. If everything goes according to plan, I think we can do a warm-up sprint of 10 minutes at 1:10. I'm going to give people a little bit of extra time to come in if they want. And if not, I'm still going to write. It's going to be interesting as I've got this computer and that computer. So we will see. I actually have my husband trying to work on my phone right now. We'll see if there's anything that comes to light with that. If I pop off, like if it literally just quits on me, it's because of the computer, and I'll try to jump on as fast as I can to get back in. Hoping it doesn't go that way though. It's interesting. There are so many more buttons when you do stream on a computer than when you do it on a phone. Like I can actually do stuff like that. Nice. Sorry. Oh, I figure they'll probably be streaming for a while, Devin. I just don't get to see too many that go far into the night. And I really don't want to do a 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. stream because I do start getting very tired. So, don't turn off screen. But if this one falls and I have to cancel it, I will have another one Saturday 1 a.m. to 4 or to 3 a.m. not 4 a.m. I will not have one on Sunday from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. because Saturday days I actually have back-to-back Dungeons and Dragons games, and one of them doesn't end until probably midnight to 1 in the morning. So it just is not going to work for my schedule for that one. That's cool, Devin. I mean, if people come over, that's great. I also like that there are people from other countries that are coming in because they'd like to have a stream in the morning and they can't find them. So, I mean, it comes to the fact where even if I'm streaming by myself and nobody comes, I probably still do this because according to the algorithm, I'm still getting people watching the stream after it's done. I get more people watching the stream after it's done than I do during the stream. So I'm like, maybe they're still utilizing the stream for sprints. It still works, even if you can't talk on chat anymore. I definitely have used streams after they've been live because I like it. It's still something that I can do. It's still a way to feel as if I've got a live stream going on. All right. And one day I promise I'll find out how to make a clock or something work so that we know that when the time ends. Still haven't figured that out yet. So 2 more minutes before the first sprint will start. I'm like, what should I do till then? Should start reading books. Should just sit there and read books until people show up. I actually did do something like that. I did a reading in the dark type thing, and I enjoyed it, and I'll probably do another one of those. Try to make as much room as I can for the second computer, which is going to be almost difficult, but let me see. Well, I really don't need this at the moment, do I? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right. Do I actually sound clearer than I do on my phone? I mean, it makes sense. My phone will become robotic at times. All right. Well, Devin, I think it's just you and me for right now. So if you want, we can get a 10-minute sprint underway and give people some time to show up. So I'm going to say we're going to do that now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get some words for 10 minutes. So just everyone knows we have 5 more minutes remaining of the warm-up sprint. I just thought I'd let everyone know since I don't have a timer so that people don't know why it's all quiet. Just letting everyone know it's 2 minutes until the end of the first sprint. All right, that's the end of our first sprint. Just wanted to do a nice warm up and see how everyone did. Let me see. I got 261 for those 10 minutes. I think that's a good thing to do. If anyone wants to leave a comment as to how they did it. I'm blurry, huh? Made a list of all timers I could find on YouTube. I mean, that would be good. I just need to know, how do I put them onto here? I really am very new with how StreamYard works. I need to figure out how to do that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't mind the list. I just need to know how to do it. Let's see. Ooh, there's a banner. Let me see. Let's see. Show. Oh my God. Okay. Hold on. I can at least do this. All right. Nice. Haha. I at least found out how to do a banner. So that should at least give me something to work with it. But yeah, any list of timers is good. I also need to figure out how I put a timer onto here. I'm still very new with StreamYard. But if I at least have something saying what sprint, then people won't know why I'm so quiet. I thought about playing music, but I think some music might get me flagged. So when do you guys think I should do the other sprint? I could do 125 or 130. And do you guys want to do 20, 25, or 30-minute sprint? Or do you want to do another 10 or 15? I know Devin's going to want an infinity amount. I think last time he said sprint until Trump gives up the election or something. I don't know. I can't remember what you said. Thank you, Camille. I did not know that. I at least created a banner so that hopefully we now can see that. So open timer on another tab. The only reason why I'm not going to do that tonight is I'm using my phone, or I'm using the computer. This is the first time I've done it, and so far, knock on wood, it hasn't fallen. Normally, this computer does not like using StreamYard. So I did make a banner. So that should hopefully at least talk about our sprint. Sprint until everyone wears masks. Give me one moment. All right. I'm wearing a mask, Devin. Is it working? All right. Sounds like my phone's actually working, but I might as well just stay here until things decide to fall. But let me go grab my phone. I'll be right back. All right. So has anyone decided if we want to do one sprint at 125, 130? Hey, divided by sight. Thank you. Now I actually used this mask on one of my videos, but I'm actually talking in the dark, so you really can't see it. But I do also have face masks. But you said everyone wears a mask, so I just couldn't help myself. Couldn't help myself. For me, the writing's been going pretty good. I'm at 22,000 words. I've written a little over 2,000 words today, I think, so far. How's your writing been? And I gotta remember, Camille said you open a tab and then another tab, then you, at the bottom of the StreamYard, click Share Screen. Select the tab with the timer. Okay. Hello, Marie. I'm glad to see people coming in. I started doing these at 1 to 3 because it was hard to find anyone writing at this time, and I write at night, so. All right. So I can, let's see. Understandable. Writer's block is not fun. What I tend to do is I tend to create 12 different ways my book could go, even if it sucks. And then I just pick some to write paragraphs and see if any of them call to me. That's the best I do for writer's block. And I apologize if I'm screaming at people. I'm trying not to, but I actually don't hear out of this ear. So half the time, I don't even know. Like right now, I feel like I'm whispering to you guys. So I do not mean to scream. Click share screen. All right. Thank you, Camille, for letting me know how I can do a shared screen. That's a good thing. All right. Well, it looks like we have more people. Should I give 3 more minutes and we start the next sprint at 1:30? And now that I've got more people, do you guys want to do a 10-minute, a 20, 25, or a 30? We just had a 10-minute sprint. That was the opening warm-up. And just so you know, anyone who's subscribed to me, there are calligraphy videos coming. It is very, very difficult to do those calligraphy videos, so that's why I haven't been actually posting videos, because I've been trying to do everything I can to work on those, and those actually take several takes and a lot more than I thought it was going to be, because we're editing voiceovers and camera and lighting, and it's taking a bit. Plus, we've been helping a gaming business that does mathematical board games and puzzles. We've been helping them advertise since we worked for them. So my schedule's been kind of up and down, and I'm also querying my middle grade book right now to agents. So it's been a little crazy, but that's also why I'm doing the live sprints, is so that I'm still here and I'm still working on stuff. I just haven't been able to upload the new videos yet. And my husband did get the internet to work back on my phone, but I'm going to keep it here on the computer for now, and we will see how long it goes, because I'm kind of curious. But if for some reason we lose it here, I will hop back onto my phone and see if I can reopen the broadcast. I don't know if I can, but I'll see what I can do. And we have 1 more minute till the next sprint. I'm going to edit my banner, the banner that I just did. Did you guys ever decide? If not, I will decide that we will sprint until 1:50. That would be, yeah, that would be 20 minutes. Alrighty. Well, it looks like we are going to go to our second sprint. It's going to be 20 minutes. I will actually have a ticker here on the bottom here. So we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Happy sprinting, guys. Remember to hydrate, save all your word count. Alrighty, that is time. I'm going to hide the banner again. So how did you all do? Let me see what I've done. I find that doing this book on the computer is easy, but once this computer decides to retire itself, I'm going to switch over to handwriting. But for now, figured I would do this. It looks like, let me see. Looks like I did about 235 this time. I admit I was busy talking in the chat too. And Devin is saying, sorry, it does itch a bit. Not gonna lie, because it's like all felted on the other side. But yeah, Devin, I actually, my videos are recorded with me having a costume on of some sort because I like costumes, and my husband and I decided that would be a nice, fun little stick to do. Let me unknot this a bit. But that would be a fun thing to do. I didn't think about doing it for my streams, though, although that would be kind of fun anyways, since for me it's Halloween all year round, so... And believe me, we work at the Renaissance Fair, so I've got costumes. I've got stuff I can do. This is actually my grandmother's from the 50s? I think 50s or 60s, so they don't sell it anymore. It's actually a gunny sack. That's what it's called. But it's actually pretty nice. I like it. So I guess we could start our next sprint at 2, unless anyone objects. And I could do a 20, 25, 30, 10. You know, if you have any preference, decide. If not, I will. You said face coverings are mandatory there, your house, or where you live? I think where I live, our governor is making it mandatory now, which I'm fine with because I'm high risk, so I don't even leave the house unless I must. Mostly doctor's appointments. And if you guys want to talk about what you're writing, you know, definitely drop it in the comments. I love hearing what people are writing. I am writing a comedy, chick lit comedy, whatever you want to call it, about a Grim Reaper who decides to retire her reaping staff and become a life coach. And what she knows about humans, she's learned watching soap operas, infomercials, and reality TV. That's her knowledge, aside from, you know, always being there at their deathbeds. Yeah, no, I definitely agree, Devin. It should be mandatory in public places. Let me set up the banner again. I like even numbers. That's why I said at 2, we do the next one. And I will choose the time if nobody else does. There we go. Glad I got to learn how the banners work. So I hope Nano's been going well for everyone and that people have been able to get a lot of words, or at least some words. As far as I'm concerned, Nanowrimo should be utilized to either get or retain or even reclaim a daily writing habit. So That's why I don't think anyone should despair if they, don't hit the 50,000 word mark, is because it it's really good to just write. There's actually a lot of published authors that don't do 16,000 words a day or so, because for them it's as long as they write and they do stuff about their writing every day, it's fine. Some of them exceed it, and then some of them only go to 1,000 or 500. It just depends. And so far, so good with this computer. Knock on wood again. And yeah, you guys probably saw me actually acting really funny in the chat while we were sprinting, because I was singing to what I was listening to. I mean, if I didn't have the camera on, I'd probably be dancing and singing and whirling around and sometimes writing. I just can't sit still much. It's not my thing. How about you guys? Do you guys can you sit still for hours and write, or do you want to sing when you're listening to music, or dance, or, do anything? Or are you just the type that sits there and just, grinds words out without any problem? I know some people that have to have exact silence, or absolute silence. And the next sprint will be in 4 more minutes. And if you have a preference, let me know in the chat. If not, it'll just be another 20-minute sprint. You need silence to write? I actually learned how to do this, so I'm going to show. Devin says he needs silence to write. I understand. There are days when I just can't stand the music and I'm silent. I think my cat wants out of the bedroom. One moment. Oh, honey, you're supposed to let Daddy sleep. Ooh, sorry about that. My cat's a Maine Coon. He's actually big enough to open and close the door. Well, he doesn't close the doors. I can never get him to do that. But he has no problem opening the doors. No, I'll show that one too, because I understand that. I get caught up in it too. It's kind of funny when I put a something that I can really bop to. Bop. Do they still use bop? There we go. I don't know if I can get this mask off center or on center. It's a little hard because I've got my glasses on underneath the mask. Sometimes I'll also do like a cafe ambiance, because I enjoy at least making it feel like there are people. I'm an extrovert, so I get it gets hard when there's nobody around. I know I picked the wrong profession, didn't I? A lonely profession, but I like it. I actually don't find it quite so lonely. All right, 2 minutes. Technically 1 minute now. And then we'll do another 10-minute sprint. Or not 10, 20. Sorry. I have it keyed up for 20 unless somebody objects. If you object, let me know. My cat's playing with his toys now. He's going to try to grab his toy so that he can bring it to me. That's what he does. I am kind of thinking that whenever I reach 200 subscribers, not 200,000. Oh my God. I don't think that'll happen. But if I ever reach 200 subscribers, I will probably do a karaoke thing. That might be fun. I like karaoke. I think it'd be like either me picking something to sing or asking other people to pick something for me to sing, or maybe I'll invite people to sing. That might be fun too. I don't know. All right. Well, we have hit the 2 o'clock, so I am going to put up the other sprint. And actually, I got to change the banner real quick because it says second sprint. I thought so. I need to put third. And technically, I just keep sprinting until about 3 o'clock. So, all righty. So you know how it goes. Save your work. Remember to hydrate. Don't feed those gremlins. And if you need to get up and shake it off a bit, go ahead. Definitely. And we are going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Happy sprinting, guys. All right, that is time. Let me. So, how did you guys do? I will figure out how I did. Let me see. Mm-hmm. 374 this time. Not too bad. So you can let me know in the comments how you're doing. And hopefully this is helping you guys out. I know sprinting can be very difficult, and for me, I like to write during the night, so that's why I'm here. It's always so hard to drink with this. I probably won't always wear a mask, but I do have a few masks that I can put on, and I have a few costumes that I can wear. Most of it is middle. Most of it is medieval. Like I've got stuff I could dress up like Wesley from Princess Bride. That actually is what my husband looked like on our wedding because we got married at a Renaissance fair. So I dressed in it was a black velvet and pink brocade Queen Anne gown. One day I might wear it for one of my videos, but it is very heavy and very large because I have to wear a huge cage underneath me just to take some of the weight off. And let's see. So unless anyone convinces me otherwise, we will end at 3. But I'm always up for convincing. And do you think we should do another sprint at 2:25, or should we wait till 2:30 to give everyone time to get up, shake things off, get some water, stuff like that? I'm thinking 2:30 just to give people a little bit of time. Thank you, Simon. You said that's great. I don't know if you were saying that's great because of how much I've written today or because I was talking about costumes. But thank you. Yeah, maybe next time I'll actually wear the cloak that I created. Well, actually, I've created several cloaks. So the one that's on my papusan that you've seen a couple times, the black one, because I use that to cover up the blue papusan. I just like the black. That one I made for my husband before I actually saw him in person. I just knew how well. No, I saw him once. And he's over 6 feet tall, and I used my friend who was 5'11", and we just kind of put some more inches, and it actually fits rather well on him. But I actually made that cloak. It's a wool cloak. And I have another one that I actually had to hand make because it's faux leather and some type of tool of some sort. And that thing ate my Husqvarna Viking sewing machine. So I had to hand do all of it. That has brocade on the other side too. I actually enjoy sewing, stuff like that. And this happens to be my grandmother's. It's an antique, and I'm very careful about where it goes. Nice, 400 words. Let me show that because I just learned how to actually show comments. I think it's because I was using my phone, and my phone doesn't have all these little fun gadgets. It's pretty basic. I mean, if the computer continues to obey, then I'll be able to use the computer more. 400 is still a good word count. I'm a firm believer that any type of words matter. It's more words than what you had when you started. And that's really what it is about writing books and writing stories. It's just one bit at a time. Does anyone else want to share their word count? Yeah, I think I'll wait till 2:30 because then we can get the fourth and I guess final sprint and be done by 2:50. And again, unless you guys convince me otherwise, I would end at 3. You know, I'm up for convincing. I will have a stream tomorrow, Saturday morning at 1 to 3. Sunday I will not, because Saturday day I'm actually booked back to back on Dungeons and Dragons games because that's my Saturday's my gaming day, and the games don't end till about midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning. So it would be very difficult for me to then pop onto a stream after I have been going from 10 a.m. all the way to midnight. So that's like 12 or 13 hours of gaming that I do on Saturday. So there is absolutely no way. It's understandable, Devin, getting sleepy. No, I get it. I'm a night owl. This is what I do. This is actually my second time streaming today because the Nanowrimo site region that I go with, they stream. They do Zoom meetings and stuff. So I've been doing a lot of back-to-back World Wars, which I'm fine with. I do appreciate everyone coming. I know it's late for some people, and then for some people it's early morning. So and it sounds like people want me to continue wearing my different costumes for streaming as well. So I'm like, hey, that works. Nice. Another AuthorTube write-a-thon on Saturday. Good. So people won't be lonely without me. There'll be write-a-thons going on. That's good. Yeah, I think I remember that write-a-thon, and I don't think I got anything in time, and that's okay. It's all right. So I'm good with that. It's definitely all right since, you know, when I first did the write-a-thon or even the author retreat, Saturdays were pretty open. Now Saturdays have gotten pretty big because, well, we can do our games, so why not? Sundays are hit and miss. They are, because I actually work at an anime convention here, one of the biggest in the East Coast in America, and we work for the LARP department, which is live action role play, which is rather fun. I enjoy doing live action role play for people. Well, thank you for staying here and stopping by, Simon. Appreciate it. You know, when you can come tomorrow, you know, come, we'll get some words. But yeah, I work for an anime convention, and every Sunday we meet. So, and then sometimes we have board meetings on Sundays. So it can get pretty hectic. But Sundays are still kind of calm. So we have 1 more minute for the final sprint again, unless somebody tells me otherwise. I'll just write that. I mean, it's good. We get in like 4 sprints, which seems to be a good thing for 2 hours. I might decide if anyone wants to start coming on and streaming with me. You know, my Instagram is the same as I gotta do this. I gotta get used to it. It's the same as my name here. You can always you can always message me and say, yo, I'd like to be in stream as well. Nice. Thank you, Devin. It actually looks like my computer is about to go to sleep too, so I will at least do that. That doesn't mean we won't do a final sprint. I just might end up Well, let me get the final word count for myself. All right, well, it is 2:30. We have a 20-minute sprint, so I'm going to start us off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get those words, guys. Okay, that is time. My computer actually died in the middle of the sprint, so I only got 86 words. That's okay. I knew it was going to die. I just didn't want to unplug this computer because I was a bit afraid of what might happen. So if you want to tell me in the chat how much you've got, hopefully you did a little bit better than I did. It's okay though. I think I did 2,000 words in total. Let me see. I can actually. Well, if we want to be technical, since yesterday I did 3,000 because I haven't gone to sleep yet. So, but it's been I think I did about 1,000 in this live stream. Yeah. Nice. 655. That's great. And welcome. I haven't seen you come in, so welcome. I'm sorry it's the last sprint, but I hold these from 1 in the morning to 3 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. I tend to get people across the pond, so it's probably morning for them. But I'm a late night writer, so I like to write during the night. Makes it easier for me. What are you working on right now? If you don't mind. Nice. So then you have been here the entire time looking at or right when the sprint started. That's awesome. Yeah, I normally do this till 3, but some people can convince me to go longer, and then I will, I think 3:30 might be a cutoff time, but nice. Is this your first book that you've ever written, like your first NaNoWriMo, or you don't even have to be here for NaNoWriMo, you could just be writing a book and that's fine too. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the mask. This is my 10th time. No, 11th time. Yeah, 11th time doing NaNoWriMo. It's like since 2009. Yeah. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, I was doing I've always been a Nano Rebel, although I have written first drafts straight off on NaNoWriMo several times, except that I enjoy actually editing during NaNoWriMo. So that's what I tend to do. I was editing my book earlier today. I hope you're enjoying NaNoWriMo. I tend to just think of it as a time of fellowshipping and a way to get into a writing habit if you aren't already in one. Nice, Devin. I find it's fun. I enjoy it. It's like everyone's hyped about it. I just wish people would act like NaNoWriMo every year. Yeah. One day I'll get this mask to go straight. Well, that's always a good way to look at it too. No excuses. No excuses, no procrastinating. I try to think that way for every month, but that doesn't mean I'm always successful. I mean, I've gotten several books finished, but my writing is never consistent. It used to be, though. Before the pandemic, I had a set 4 to 12-hour schedule of writing, depending on what else I was doing that day. If it was going to be 4, 8, or 12 hours. I used to sit at a cafe and do that all the time. Thank you. Yeah, I actually have one published. Although my husband and I are trying to re-edit this one because it was badly edited. Thank you, Devin. And my other ones, I had an agent. We parted ways, and because I'm writing a different age group than what she was representing, and now I'm querying that book at this moment. So hopefully I'll be able to get another agent. Most people don't know that. Most people don't realize that just because you get an agent doesn't mean that, they'll think, oh, I've got an agent, and then you'll have that agent for the rest of your career. Not all the time. Sometimes it actually changes. That's what I could do. If I got 200 subscribers, I could do a publishing Q&A. If anyone wanted to ask questions about publishing. Traditional publishing, I really don't know much about self-publishing. Even if that book is self-published, I just did it on a whim. So I think Devin has promoted my book more than I ever did. I appreciate it, Devin. What do you guys like? Are you guys thinking of self-publishing, traditional publishing, or you haven't gotten that far, so you're just thinking about writing? Some people just write for hobby, and that's absolutely fine. Nice. Yeah, I don't know why that is, Devin. Why aren't you promoting your book too? My book is 10 years old. Oh, titles are very hard, Trisha. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. Titles are very hard. I mean, half the time it's good just to say unnamed book and then just continue writing and the title might come to you. If you go traditionally published, they'll probably change your title anyway. So it's good to not to get too settled on a title. Like the one that I'm shopping around right now is called Mystic Emporium and the Goblins Underground. Now, if it stays that way, it's awesome. If it doesn't, well, then I will just have it changed to whatever it is. I think that's why a lot of people like to go self-published route, is because there is a lot of stuff taken that the author doesn't have control over. Me, I prefer to have the combination of a team behind me. That's why I enjoy traditional publishing. Let's see. I've got maybe 65K and no title, though most words will probably disappear in it. Yeah, that's true. My husband, who's my co-author, he's also a freelance editor, and he has no problem gutting at least 10K, if not more, from any of the books we write. He's very good at just gutting it. And it's okay to not have a title. If you start querying, you can just do something, anything, but put a title. There you go, Devin. It is always good to promote. Well, I'm the one saying it's always good to promote your own stuff, but you know that I don't promote my book, so I'm like, I should be following my own words, right? Yeah, it can be very difficult to find a title. It really is. I wouldn't worry too much on the title. That should hopefully come to you. The other thing to do is to look up how other books are titled in whatever genre you're writing and try to figure out how they title things. Sometimes you can do a random generating title and see if that gives you ideas. You can play with words until you find something you like. There's a few things you can do. But I always tell people, write the book first. because too many people get obsessed with the title, or they get obsessed with editing as they're writing, and really all you want to do is just sit there and get the words done. Because I can tell you, if you traditionally publish, a cover is going to get changed because you won't be able to decide your cover unless it's in a clause. But you have to talk to your agent about that. Title will be changed. It will be re-edited by the editor there. It will have a copywriter, have a proofreader, and proof editor. You know, you'll have a marketing team. I mean, you'll have a lot. And there's, especially when you are a debut author, there's stuff that you will not have control over. The more famous you become as an author, the more control you can retain. So just little things there and there. Yeah, that's the best thing to do is just wait till it's done, and then you can just kind of look around and figure it out as you go. Oh, all right. We've hit the 3 o'clock mark. If there's any last minute questions or comments, please let me know. Otherwise, I can close out. And for anyone that is watching this on the repeat, I hope you guys did great in your word count. And if you want, you can leave your ending word count, in the comments below if you'd like. You can let me know how you think about me dressing up in costume. I know I do it in my videos, but I wasn't sure if I should do it streaming, but it seems like people might enjoy seeing me all festooned while I'm writing, which is fine. And also let me know if you want to do a co-host with me. Like I said, I do these 1 to 3 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. You're supporting the nonprofit. Yeah. Well, Trisha, I have another one tomorrow. That would be Saturday, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. I will not have one on Sunday, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. because I have 12-hour D&D games on Saturday from 10 to about midnight, 1 o'clock on Sunday. So, 10 a.m. Saturday all the way to Sunday. So I am not going to then try to hop on a computer and do a sprint. But then Monday, I should be back doing this. So far with Nanowrimo, I'm doing it every day until the end. And I believe I'll be doing a 1 o'clock on the final day too. So, it's always on this channel. I don't have my descriptions of my other social medias to follow in my streams, at least in these ones. But if you look in any of my videos, you will find them on the streams. I have Instagram, Facebook, Patreon, Twitter, and of course this one. If you're interested in seeing what I post, I'm still working on the calligraphy workshop, and I know it's taken me about a month. I apologize. It's harder to do the calligraphy workshops, but those are on their way, and they will be present. And in the calligraphy workshop, I will teach you, the tools. I'll teach you basic strokes of calligraphy. I'll start going into some, how to do some of the font styles if you want. I will also show you how to do calligraphy in ballpoint pen and painting pens, so that you'll be able to learn how to do calligraphy without having to buy, the expensive looking fountain pens like this one. Yeah, I did put myself on there, Devin, because I looked at Meadows Write-a-thon and she didn't have one for 1 to 3, so I was like, well, perfect. That's why I did it. I just didn't know if she saw it, if it was finalized. So thank you, Trisha. I handwrite all of my books. Let me see. Let's see if I can show you. I actually handwrite all of my books in a calligraphy. And let me see if I can. I also illustrate my books. All the first editions are done like this because I actually prefer doing everything by hand. I only put it on the computer for the agents and publishers because they demand that. I don't. I'm also setting up an Etsy as well as just a calligraphy shop where I can do commissions or I can do small things for calligraphy because apparently people like that. So, you know, uh, don't be afraid to follow me. Hit the like button. I appreciate that. Hit the notification and the bell so you can be notified for these things. And I hope you guys are going to have a good night and sleep well. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. And have a great day. Bye-bye, beautiful writers.